give a dap to get broke, cause the party's so damn fishy.
A little bit past the largest totem.
Okay.
And then if you want to continue on, you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I know that we're looking for you, I'll look for you.
Okay.
I usually meet people at the end of the museum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
I'm in the Chelsea, no lagging. I get to move a skirt past you.
Who the best out here? I don't give a fuck and I don't fucking care. Bring it back to the flow, give a dap to get broke, cause the party's so damn fishy.
Totem Poles as art. These poles, this project was begun in 1986 by the mayor of the city of Duncan, and the goal was to bring people into the town off the highway, as well as to showcase the native arts and the arts of local people.
I'm in the Chelsea, no lagging. I get to move a skirt past you.
And this is a pole commemorating the family of the carver's mother. So his mother was Owl Clan, and at the bottom we have a bear, which almost always indicates family, and she's holding a small child. So it's a picture of the bear that the Owl Clan loved. The spirit is on its chest, and then we have the bear, and the bear is holding a salmon. The salmon for the Cowichan tribes was a very important fish. It was their primary form of sustenance. This last pole here, mission pole, is a story pole. So it tells the story of the young man at the bottom with the orange face, and he comes to a time in his life where it's time to transform into who he will be in his lifetime. And so his spirit creature, the eagle, comes down and picks him up and takes him away and teaches him who and what he should be in his life and things that are valuable. And then he comes back down and he's been transformed with the blue face there, and he's still held in the wings of the eagle, in protective wings, and he will continue to be guided by the eagle throughout his lifetime. Stop for us, but you don't necessarily. Very well known in the area, and the Hill family has 3 galleries, one here, one partway down island, and one in Victoria. And there's a Algonquin Indian, which is an eastern tribe, and they have no pole carving tradition. So in this case, it's more like a sculpture in the shape of a pole. And the story is the story of transition and family. And so at the bottom we have the baby whale, and then the mother is holding on to the baby whale, and she has seals carved in her sides because she feeds the baby the seals. So she collects food and provides the food for the baby. At the top we have the father whale, and the father whale is holding on to the mother and protecting her, and so the whole family is interconnected and protecting one another.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And so at the top we have at the top we have the north wind, and the north wind is blowing. And so when the north wind blows, and then the killer whales come in to the harbors to harvest their own salmon, then the native people would see this and they would say, it's time to go and harvest salmon. And so they would go and fish for salmon. And when the killer whales left and they continued on their migration down south, the native people would watch this and they would know that there was no point in continuing. Raven stealing the sun. When the world began, there was no sunlight. The sun was specially held by an old man, and he kept it in a box and he hid it away. So the world was dark and there was no light anywhere. And the raven was there, and the raven got very tired of running into things and flying into stuff and not being able to see anything. And so the raven decided he was going to steal the sun. And he thought of all the ways, and he finally decided he would transform. The raven is a trickster and a transformer. And so he transformed himself into a little boy. And he was kind of an odd-looking little raven boy. But he went to the daughter of the old man who had the sun. And he said, "I'm your son." And she said, "Why, of course you are," as we all would. And they took him into their home, and the raven boy kept trying to see what was in the box that the old man kept the sun in. And he wouldn't let him see. Finally one day, the old man was opening the box, and the raven boy was there, and he said, "Oh, please, grandfather, won't you show me what's in the box?" And he said, "All right, I'll show you." And he said, "We could play with it a little bit." And so he took the sun out of the box, and he threw it at the raven, and the raven boy turned into the raven again, and he grabbed the sun in his beak, and he flew away, and he brought light to the world. So the raven, and I'll show you some of the poles which have been oiled. They've been Coast Salish poles, and the Coast Salish people are the local people, and they did not really have a totem pole carving tradition. They did carve poles, but they were mainly house